You're watching The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales. Streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in. I am at a warehouse sale. We have art books, we have hardcovers, we have all kinds of stuff available. $10 to $15. I'll tell you what it is when I show it to you, and we'll go from there. If you're seeing this and you're in and you want to claim something, just put it in the chat like every other show. And there's a link in the description for, it's actually Henri's form. Fill that out, and I will ship you your books. Shipping will be weight-based. This stuff weighs so much, I can't say it's going to be flat rate priority or any of that kind of stuff. It's going to be weight-based. So your invoice won't come for a few days as I figure out, I don't know, how much to charge you shipping. So let's get this thing flipped around. What up, Roberto? Ooh. What up, Roberto? What up, Ship? Leonard? Kenneth? Let me flip my camera around here. There we go. All right, let's get started. Forrest, you were here already, so if there's anything you missed, let me know. We're going to start here. These are $10. This is $15, sorry. This is Creepy, volumes 1 through 5. Creepy, 6 through 10. Ooh, okay. We got Eerie, 11 through 15. The Tenacious D graphic novel hardcover. Eerie, volume 12, sets 56 through 60. Bowie, David Bowie. This is Mike Allred, Steve Horton, Laura Allred. Forward by Neil Gaiman on the Bowie book. Stardust, Ray Guns, and Moon Age Daydreams. 13 going on 18 hardcover. That's a John Stanley book, big thick book. We also have John Stanley right here, Tubby. The Coven, or The Cloven? I don't know this one. The Cloven by Garth Stein. $15. Sabrina the Occult Edition. Steve Ditko's short stories. Crime Confidential. Shock. Suspense stories. These are some old EC Archives books. All right, we've got Dr. Sleepless. Ooh, there goes Mike. Y'all, the gimbal is loving this, I'll tell you what. Dr. Sleepless from Avatar Press. This is Red Ultramarine. Crossed. Guys, Crossed. Right here, this is David Lapham's Crossed. David Lapham. This is volume. What volume is this? This is volume 2.
Chip says he's getting nauseous.
Yeah, I hear you. It's hard with the gimbal. I could take the phone out of the gimbal, but you're not gonna be able to see stuff as clearly. Ripple, Predictions in Time. All right, we got Nocturne. Small World. All right, let's do this. I'm going to take this out of the gimbal then. All right. The Secret to Superhuman Strength by Alison Bechdel. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. That's an oversized. That's the George Best version. This is a really good hardcover, guys. $15. What It Is by Linda Berry. 1,000 Storms. The Greatest of Marleys by Linda Berry. Judge Dredd. This is The Cursed Earth Uncensored. Judge Dredd Cursed Earth was super fun. Essential Judge Dredd, Dredd versus Death. The John Wagner, Brian Bolin series from 2000 AD. The Best of John Wagner's Judge Dredd. The Art of Scott C. Splendid Life. Remember, guys, these are hardcovers and paperback, oversized paperbacks. These are all $15 flat rate. Some of these books regularly sell for, $35, $40. Some of them are more. Like if we come up here, we have Creepacks 1, 2, and 5, plus 6. I mean, these are big Patience. These are big hardcovers up there. Big Man and the Little Men by Cliff Thompson. Cosa Nostra from Udon. Family Traits. The Joiners in 3D. This book was weird. I remember reading this the first time it came around. No Leather Sandman ship. If there was, I'd have bought it all already. This is R.J. Ryan and David Marquez. This book is weird and fun. Little Nemo, Return to Slumberland. Little Lulu. Hardcover, EC Archives, True Love, the complete series. Guys, this book is super hard to come by. Regularly $50, $15 right now. The Pursuer. I don't know that story particularly, but looks interesting and something I'd read. Doctor Who, The Complete Year One. Hardcover. Look at the depth of that book. If you're a Whovian, you probably read this, but this is the Robbie Morrison. It's the Painted series with David Tennant. You've got Hip Hop Family Tree. This is Volume 1. Which one is this? This is Volume 4. Volume 4, Hip Hop Family Tree. The Fever. I don't know that book either, but that looks like a French graphic novel. We have Boot Black, Orion. X9, The Secret Agent, Corrigan. This is volumes. These are the IDWs, so this is volume. I'm not even sure which volumes these are anymore. Oh, volume 6, volume 4. All right. The Collected Toppy. 1, 2, 3, and 5. If you're into that artist. This is Prince Valiant. Volume 17, Prince Valiant. $15. That's an oversized hardcover edition. Prince Valiant number 9, same size. These are all Fantagraphics. More Toppy. Prince Valiant Volume 12. Oversized hardcover edition. How to Be Happy. Again, hardcover edition. By Eleanor Davis, New York Times bestseller, How to Be Happy. All right, The Lonesome Go by Tim Lane. Here's where I think you guys, if you're watching this and you're, some of our normals, this is where I think you're going to start popping off. Vampirella Archives, Volume 12, hardcover edition. This is collecting Vampirella magazine, 80 to 88, $15. Vampirella Archives, Volume 11. It's Vampirella 72 to 79, $15, hardcover. Hardcover Vampirella Archives Volume 4. Vampirella Magazine 22 to 28, plus the magazine annual. Vampirella Archives Volume 13. That's Vampirella 89 to 96. Yes, nice collars. Vampirella Archives Volume 2. That's Vampirella Magazine 8 to 14. This is David Roach, the Masters of Spanish comic book art. This is an art book that is all of the original Spanish artists, many of whom worked on the classic horror books, you know. So like that. We have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Color Classics, The Works Volume 2 made to order. And that seems to be all of that's left, but there are many of those if you're into those. All the hardcovers are $15, unless I tell you they're 10. But most of them so far have been $15. Irredeemable by Mark Waid, Premier Edition Volume 3, hardcover, $15. Peanuts, this is Lincoln Pierce, Paige Braddock's Peanuts tribute to Charles Schultz. Big oversized book. Peanuts Every Sunday, Charles Schultz, 1966 to 1970. These are the Sunday strips. Peanuts Every Sunday by Charles Schultz, 1971 to 75. So again, these are the Sunday strips. Avatar: The Last Airbender, Imbalance hardcover. Avatar: The Last Airbender North and South. Avatar: The Last Airbender Smoke and Shadow. Avatar: The Lost Adventures and Team Avatar Tales. Legend of Korra, Ruins of the Empire. And Legend of Korra Turf Wars. This is Irene Tardy. This is a great World War II sort of historical fiction, semi-fiction. It's kind of hard to tell. Some of this is definitely real. Some of this is maybe his memories that seem a little fictitious. But super fun book. We have Prisoner of War in Salak 11B, volume, I think 1, 2, and 3. Streets of Paris, Streets of Murder, volumes 1 and 2. This is Peplum by Bluch. I don't know this book, but it has sort of this sketchy Roman sort of feeling. Here you go. This is one somebody will grab, I guarantee it. This is Firefly. The Greg Pak Firefly Return to the Earth That Was Deluxe Edition. Great big heavy book. Chris is sitting over there listening to me talk and commenting, and I love it. Okay, really? There's still one. Batman Noir, Frank Miller's Batman Noir, The Dark Knight Returns, hardcover. It's the black and white. Like, if you guys don't claim it, I'm buying it. I should have bought it the other day, but I have it already, but I'm going to buy it if you guys don't buy it. Okay. We're going to keep moving. This is all stuff. Hey, look. Here's my pile. This is all stuff that other people have claimed. Girl Genius, The Exorcism Engines. Trigor Labyrinth. Lady Killer by Joelle Jones. Some of you might be in on the why maybe you should be snapping that one up. Gideon Falls, Volume 2 by Jeff Lemire. And then we have Jack Kirby's Dingbat down here. All right, let's come back to this end. Walton Skizik's 1933 to 1954. Walton Skizik's, I don't remember, I don't know which years this one is. But if you're into the classic strip comics, newspaper strips kind of thing, historically relevant, from the Incal universe, the Meta Baron Book 4, Beowulf. Look, if you're reading the current Grendel, this guy's cooler. Even though Matt Wagner's Grendel is awesome, Beowulf is always my favorite. Temperance by Kathy Makazian. Walt Kelly's Fairy Tales, y'all. Like, gilded pages, oversized hardcover. Like, put that on your shelf. Like, it's the gilded binding, gold leaf cover. These are classic fairy tales as illustrated by Walt Kelly. You know, the traveling musicians. A lot of you probably know Walt Kelly's adaptation of JD. You might remember this. Jack Black did the terrible movie adaptation. Giant guy goes to a world of little people. Wolverine, Black, White, and Blood. Hardcovers. Wolverine, Black, White, and Blood hardcovers. Some of them are a little, or they're not hardcovers. They're the prestige editions or whatever they call them. They're oversized. They're almost like a hardcover, but they're still a paperback. We have, most of them are in really good shape. Gulliver's Travels. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, JD. Everything by Linda Barry. The Dark Judges, The Fall of the Dead World. Remember, all these are $15. Shipping is going to be based on weight because some of these things weigh a ton. Titans 2 Companion. So if you're reading Titans 2 and you see there's, Super Weird Heroes. This is a Craig Yo book. Guys, if you never got to meet Craig Yo, you missed out. Craig Yo is maybe a real life comic book character. Like, the dude is a walking comic strip. But he will forget more about comics than I'll ever know. So he put these books together like Weird Superheroes, Volume 2. And these are heroes that never really hit it, like Hypnox, the Zebra, Tomboy. They're mostly Atomic Age or before, but Craig was really a genius about those. Death or Glory, Rick Remender. This is the Prestige Edition, like 1.5-inch thick hardcover. Asterios. This is David Mazzucchelli. Asterios Polyp. Hardcover. Doctor Who, The Women Who Lived. If you're into the Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who. Barry Windsor Smith's Monsters, Fantagraphics. That's like a 2-inch thick hardcover, guys, for $15. This is some underground stuff, but this thing's thicker than this is the Corona Bible by Pierre Dola. This is underground, but this thing's thicker than the phone book, if you're old enough to remember a phone book. Matt Fraction and the Dodsons, Adventure Man Volume 2. Adventure Man Volume 1. Again, Matt Fraction and the Dodsons. Hardcovers. We have more Walton Skeezix. Then Dean Motter, The Heart of the Beast, a love story hardcover. The Only Child by Go Jing. Harrow County. Cullen Bunn, Harrow County. Gee, I wonder if that was somewhat important. Jeff Lemire's Black Hammer. This is Colonel Weird, Cosmogog, and Barbalian, the Red Planet. This is the World of Black Hammer. Again, sealed hardcovers. Jeff Lemire. Contest of Champions. Oversized hardcover. This is the Labyrinth. Not related to the David Bowie book or the David Bowie movie, but still kind of a cool book. Really interesting art. Mecca. This is another Fantagraphics. This kind of has manga vibes. Some of the classic mech mangas of the 80s, early 90s. All right. Deadly Class. This is book 2, Funeral Party. Deadly Class book 1, Noise, Noise, Noise. Deadly Class book 3, Teenage Riot. Guys, these are, remember, the Rick Remender books. Remember, they're big, thick hardcovers. Again, $15. Coming up, we have Marvel Treasure Edition Spidey. This is which Thompson was this? I'm forgetting. Robbie Thompson, Nick Bradshaw, Brian Michael Bendis, Sarah Pichelli. Spidey. Again, it's a Treasury Edition size. 30 Days of Night script book. This is, I'll show you this, what a script book is. But it's art and images from not only the comic, but I think the movie. And it's the script of the film. Some of you might know that Dan Wickline, our friend Dan, got his start writing backup stories in 30 Days of Night comic books. Okay. Behaving Madly. This is some Mad Magazine stuff, again, put together by our friend Craig Yo. Jack Kirby's Dingbat Love. The Ian Livingstone's The Dice Men, The Origin Story of Games Workshop. If you, like me, have a problem with tiny little figures that you like to paint, this guy's your problem, with Steve Jackson. Spain, Volume 1, Street Fighting Men. Michael Moorcock's The Chronicles of Hawkmoon. Paul Pope's Escapo. Again, these are $10. Grant Morrison, Zenith. Let's see, we've got Phase 3, Phase 1 of Zenith, Phase 4 of Zenith, Phase 2 of Zenith. Batman the Warriors, 1939 to 1945. Again, this is Roy Thomas put this together. Big, beautiful hardcover with a slipcover. Presenting over 20 classic full-length Batman tales from the DC Comics vault. Fulan Devi, Rebel Queen. This is MDM graphic novels. Again, this is a Euro book. Dailies and Sundays, Batman 1968 to 1969. So this is Batman the Strips, strip comics. So that's a way to experience those classic Batmans. Grant Morrison's 18 Days. Atlas at War. Russ Heath, Stan Lee, Gene Colan, Sid Shores, John Severin, Don Heck, Steve Ditko, Jack Kirby, and more. This is the Marvel War Stories. Hardcover, $15. Superman, the Sunday Pages, the Atomic Age. So these are the Superman strips from the Atomic Age, 1949 to 1953. My favorite thing is Monsters by Emil Ferris. Again, big, thick, soft cover. AD, After Death. This is the Scott Snyder, Jeff Lemire. This is the hardcover. This is the convention exclusive cover here. This is the regular cover you saw in stores, same book. This is Drew Friedman's Too Soon. Famous, Infamous Faces, 1995 to 2010. If you want to see someone make fun of celebrities, this is a book for you. $15. Organisms from an Ancient Cosmos. Wrestle by Jeff Smith. If you're into bone, this is different in a way that I did not expect from Jeff Smith. Okay, where are my Red Sonja fans at? The complete Gail Simone Red Sonja giant hardcover omnibus. So this is a Dynamite hardcover omnibus. Retail $75. Letting it go right now for $15. So check that out. Red Rock Baby Candy. This has a lot of that sort of David Mack feel, sort of mixed media art. Red Rock Baby Candy. I'm shocked some of you didn't jump on that Batman book and some of that other Dynamite stuff. I do not know what is happening with y'all. All right. Little Orphan Annie. This is 1929 to 1931, the daily and Sunday comic strips. Rick Remender's Low. There's 2 volumes here. This is volume 1 of Rick Remender's Low. Volume 2 of Rick Remender's Low. Private Eye. The Private Eye. This is Brian K. Vaughan. So, you know, he did, well, you know Brian K. Vaughan. He's responsible for Saga. Street Fighter Unlimited Volume 2. Peach Momoko's Demon Days. Where are my Peach Momoko people at? Again, hardcover, oversized, $15. Zombie-lenium. This is the 10th anniversary special edition of Liberty Meadows by Frank Cho. This is book 1, Eden. This is Crisis Zone. This is Simon Handelsman. This book looks like you need to be on pretty significant drugs to read it. And then we have a D&Q special edition, The Unquotable Trump. Nobody? Really? Nobody? The complete Gail Simone? Red Sonja? Dynamite? Omnibus? Hardcover? $15? All right, coming down to the next rack here, we have Johnny Ryan, Barely Human. Big, thick hardcover. This is the complete Jimenez, or the deluxe Jimenez from Jimenez. This is the Fourth Power and Star Conspiracy. Cy Spurrier, Coda, Volume 1. Hardcover, $15. JD, am I choppy?
No, you look fine to me.
Okay, it's choppy on my screen.
Yeah.
So that's what I was
it's pretty smooth here.
Okay. Transformers, the IDW Collection. Volume 2. Transformers, the IDW Collection. Volume 5. This is Girl Genius. Adventure, Romance, Mad Science, and Gaslight Fantasy by Kaja and Phil Folio. This is Book 7, The Exorcism Engine. Invincible, The Ultimate Collection, Volume 8. Razor Blades, Book 1. This is fun. This is some early Tinian stuff. Steve Fox. A ton of great like shorts and things that would go on to become bigger horror books. Kind of started out in Razor Blades. Like maybe a little bit different, but conceptually, they started off in Razor Blades. Pierre Paquette's POS. Again, this is some of those, they're Euro books. They're originally French or Italian. These are the translated hardcovers. Really hard to find in the U.S. This is Umbrella Academy Dallas, Volume 2 hardcover, like the big, nice Umbrella Academy hardcovers. Gerard Way, Gabriel Ba. Paper Girls, Book 2. That's the foil cover. Again, hardcover edition, $15. Wonder Woman, The Warriors, 1941 to 1945. Did you back the Karma Kickstarter? If you did, this may be of interest to you. This is Sunstone Book 2. Sunstone Book 2. So that's kind of got that, what's the word for? Spicy to it. I'll be honest, so was I, Forrest, and that's not to say we won't find one, but it's not sitting right there. So we'll keep looking. Ho Che Anderson, King. This is Dr. Martin Luther King's comic book biography by Ho Che Anderson. Really great adaptation, really great story there by Ho Che Anderson, who is a black artist. Garth Ennis and Steve Epting, Sarah. This is a really cool, Soviet era story. I'm trying to think. I've read it, but it's like a female sniper, almost like if Mulan was in the Cold War and a Soviet sniper. Like a Velvet Glove, Cast in Iron by Daniel Clowes. Again, some of these are the real weird indie stuff that I'm super into. And I feel like a lot of people are missing out on because they don't know what they are. But, this is a good opportunity to grab something you might not otherwise grab because $15 for something like that. We have Bloom County, 1980 to 1982. This is Bloom County brand spanking new. And Bloom County episode 11, A New Hope. These are, remember, the Bloom County strips. We have Claw. I'm trying to remember if I read this one or not. It looks familiar, but I just don't remember. Dark Ark by Cullen Bunn. Noah's Ark flipped on its head. If Noah's Ark is real, so there has to be an ark for the other side of the coin. And this is the big hardcover of Dark Ark by Cullen Bunn with Wando art. Miss Jen introduced me to this when she got me a variant cover signed by Wando, I think at New York or maybe at Baltimore one year. A Bad Machine, Case of the Sample Soul by John Allison. Again, some of these are smaller Oni Press kind of paperbacks, but they're a little bit different shape there. Shock from Aftershock. These are all the direct market cover. This was a fun book that they did during COVID. It's an anthology series that they did to kind of raise some money for folks. Kingaroo, 1952 to 1954. Again, this is these are newspaper strips. These are dailies. Jack Kent's Kingaroo. Black Science, Rick Remender, Volume 3. Black Science Volume 3. This is the direct market cover. This is the con exclusive cover, I believe. All right, Chip, here you go. Dick Tracy, Dailies and Sundays. Hardcover. 1938 and 39. Volume 5 of the Dick Tracy Dailies and Sundays. Jeff Lemire, Gabriel Walta Sentiment. Flash, 100 Greatest Moments. Samurai, The Heart of the Prophet. Hardcover. This is Tarzan, the complete series, Russ Manning, newspaper strips, Volume 2, 1969 to 1971. What up, K-Pop? From Hell, Alan Moore, Eddie Campbell. You got the big, thick hardcover at the bottom, and you've got the paperback, all $15. You just pick. Chip, we just saw he just pulled a Dick Tracy, so you got to get on it before he sells out. All right. 7 to Eternity, Deluxe Edition, Rick Remender. You want the From Hell hardcover? And Dick Tracy? You got it, Chip. All right. Richard Chip gets Dick Tracy. And, oh, man. Guys, Richard Chip just scored. Like, hardcover. Boom. We still have the 2 more soft cover of From Hell here. So if you're into that, you got it. But we'll come back down here. So this is Rick Remender, 7 to Eternity. Rick Remender, Jerome Pena. This is 7 to Eternity, like deluxe edition. Like, here, just to give you fire extinguisher for scale. Like, big book. It weighs a couple of pounds, maybe 5 pounds, maybe more. Probably more. Letter 44, Book 3. This is McClung and Jimenez's Dragon Seed. Hanging On by a Thread by Nomi. Giant-sized Kung Fu Bible stories. I'm just going to let that one hang there for a second while I stand up. Giant-sized Kung Fu Bible stories. Y'all figure that one out. Yeah, JD is going to have to hear me complain about my inability to move later. Okay. Prince of Cats. I understand, Jen, they're not actual Bible stories, but the title of that book just makes me happy. Okay, Prince of Cats. This almost looks like Junie Baugh, maybe? Ronald Wimbley's Prince of Cats. It really has that Junie Baugh kind of style to it. Experience the B-side to Shakespeare's most beloved's tale of star-crossed lovers and warring family politics, but a stunning retelling. Instead of Fair Verona, the classic tragedy is played in the 1980s block party in a New York underground sword dueling. That seems... I'm just going to set that up there because I'm taking one if nobody else does. Walking Dead Compendium Volume 2. Do you need the giant Walking Dead compendiums? Walking Dead Compendium Volume 2. $15. That's a, what is that, a $50 book these days? $60 book? $15. We have Volume 2 and Volume 3. I will tell you, Volume 3 has a little bit of a spine problem. But for $15, it's worth it. More of the Deluxe Jimenez. And Fear Agent by Rick Remender and Tony Moore. Guys, it's Volume 2, Fear Agent, Rick Remender and Tony Moore. Just going to let that hang out there for a second because, again, I have to stand up. I should have brought a wheelie chair. All right, Chew, Omnivore Volume 3, Omnivore Edition Volume 3 of Chew, Omnivore Edition Volume 5 of Chew, and Sherlock Holmes, The Greatest Cases, the Gloria Scott and other Sherlock Holmes stories, written by Arthur Conan Doyle, illustrated by Kelly Jones. Again, giant hardcover, $15. All right. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Art of the Cards. Jane Austen coloring book, Manga Classics Jane Austen coloring book. All right. Gears of War. These are all in good shape. This one, the one I grabbed, just is not maybe the best. But this is Gears of War, The Art of the First 10 Years. Again, these are sealed up Udon hardcovers. Shoot Annual. Stone Fruit by Lee Lai. El Nino. Julio's Day. The Highest House. Do you guys remember when that came out? Lantern City. I haven't seen that one yet, Ship. Star Trek. Short story collections. Susceptible. Roscoe. We have the Warren Years, The Art of Vampirella. The Art of Vampirella, The Dynamite Years. Dark Souls Design Work. Dynamania. Comic Book Chronicles, American Comic Book Chronicles, the 1990s. More Barry Windsor Smith monsters. Roscoe, Alien Wildlife Photographer. The Worlds of Matt Bush. Shining Hearts. Ship, did you see Lantern City somewhere? Did I show that one already? If it is, I'll go back and look for it, but I don't think I've shown that one yet. All right. More Deadly Class. Low. Deadly Class 1, 2, and 3. More Walt Kelly's Fairy Tales.
Lexi and I want to do a 2D photo shoot.
Street Fighter, the novel. More Cosa Nostra. Street Fighter. Street Fighter Unlimited Volume 2. Robotech. Visual Archive. Okay. You come around here. Crossed. More Crossed. We probably won't need those. We'll do all of this has kind of been seen already. So we'll move on. Samurai Pizza Cats, the official fan book. Samurai Pizza Cats, guys. I don't know what a Samurai Pizza Cat is, but I feel like I am one. Can I identify as a Samurai Pizza Cat? Oh, yeah. No, Crossed is definitely announced for things. Sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. There you go. Epilogue. The illustration and concept art of the Middle East from Udon. Darksiders. This is an art book of the art of Darksiders 3. All right. The art of Lord Grizz. The art of Dave Cockrum. This side is almost all art books. So, check that out. Again, these are all these hardcovers are $15. I will show you some books in a little bit that are going to be $10, but these are all $15. Shipping will be based on weight because some of these things weigh as much as a small child. Okay, so we have Echo Recoil, the Family Guy Annual with a free Stewie mask inside. Family Guy Annual hardcover. The Art of Ron Garney. This is Modern Masters Volume 27. It's Ron Garney. This is from before Berserker. So you're talking about a lot of his Marvel work on the Ron Garney book. Back to the Future, the DeLorean Time Machine Owner's Workshop Manual. How to Fix Your DeLorean. The Art of Don Heck. You guys know how much Nick loves Don Heck if you watch the art show, so Don Heck is somebody you should probably be aware of. Okay, we have Shining Hearts. More of that. Shining Blade and Arc. Shinuru by Mika Amano. Robotech Visual Archive. Apple Selection Autumn. Apple Selection Summer. This is Apple Collection Volume 4. I forget what that one is exactly. And then we have Fifth Cell, more the art of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Lowbrow Art of Robert Williams. Some of you may recognize some of this. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, panel to panel. This is seasons 8 and 9, featuring Angel and Faith. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's a hard one to find. Buffy trades are just never in stock anywhere. More Robotech Visual Archive. The Art of Jim Burns Hyperluminal. The American Comic Book Chronicles, 1950s, 1980s, 1990s. The thing about these books, guys, and what you may not know about these books, is that they're like encyclopedias for the comic book world. We'll look at the 90s here. And it's encyclopedias. You find out about, here's information about Mouse, here's information about Escaping Comics Cages, Dave McKean stuff. Rubber Blankets from David Mazzucchelli. David Mazzucchelli going independent. It's this big timeline of what happened in the 90s. And then this is Eerie Publications. Full, chilling, Pictocolor, the complete covers. So this is all the covers of the Eerie Publications. Stretching from Imagination, Magic and Myth. All right. Here are your collars and other things. We have Girl 7, Omar Dugan's Girl 7. We have Shining Force Feather Design Works. Chronicle. The artwork we have Midori Fu's Book of Pictures. If you're into the anime girl kind of stuff. We have Vent. This is an Udon. This is Vent Volume 1. It's a big oversized manga. Legends of Heroes, The Legend of Heroes. All right. The Photojournal Guide to Marvel Comics from Gerber. So, Photojournal Guide to Marvel Marvel Comics is volume A through J. Amazing Spider-Man, 308 color photos, or 3,800 color photos. It's literally just every Marvel cover alphabetically. Like, did you know they made this book? I bet you didn't. But this is every Marvel cover alphabetically by series. And then at the end of the series, you get a rundown. K-pop, if you need them, let me know. $15. We got A through J, K through Z. Dynamania. Okay. The Psychedelic Book Art of Carl Lundgren. Again, this is another one. Where you need to probably be on more drugs than any of us are on right now. All right. I expect some of you to be pulling triggers. The Art of Vampirella, The Dynamite Years, hardcover edition. There's 4 copies available, $15 each. The Art of Vampirella, The Dynamite Years. The Art of Vampirella, The Warren Years. I got 2 copies available, $15 each. The Art of Painted Comics, again, by Dynamite, This has a lot of your Alex Rosses and your other classic painted covers in there. The Art of Vampirella, again, Dynamite. Put together an Art of Vampirella book, $15. Four copies of that. Again, some of them are not are not perfect, but for $15, it's okay. The Art of Luis Garcia. Again, this is another Dynamite publication. Homies, a David Gonzalez retrospective. Did anybody else collect Homies when they were little? The Art of Deja Thoris. From Dynamite, again, there's 2, 4, 6, 7 copies of that. $15 each if you want them. The Art of Deja Thoris and the Worlds of Mars. Again, different. I think it's the same book, different cover. 2, 4, 6 copies of that. $15 each if you want them. The Art of Red Sonja 2. Again, this is the Dynamite, The Art of Red Sonja, Volume 2, hardcover, $15. Will Eisner, Comics and Sequential Art, Principles and Practices from the Legendary Cartoonists. If you want to make comics, this is a place you could start. This is a paperback. Again, $15. It's an instructional book. Will Eisner, Champion of the Graphic Novel, put together by Paul Levitz. Big hardcover, $15. H.R. Geiger, Debbie Harry, Metamorphosis. Oversized book, $15. Hang 'em High, 110 Years of Western Movie Posters. $15. The Art of Plug, Volume 2. To Laugh That We May Not Weep, The Life and Times of Art Young. EC Artists Part 2. This is just the Comics Journal Library, Volume 10, EC Comics Artists. It's just biographies of the different artists and interviews with them, the people who worked on the EC books. Cover Girls, illustrations by Gilliam March. Again, lots of collars on this book. Rick and Morty Character Guide. Inside Mobius. Beasts. The Bloodstained Jackboot, illustrated World War II pulp fiction for men. I think you can figure out what that's about. The Art of Rick and Morty, Volume 2. This book contains material intended for adults. Of course it does. Betty Page Goes Wild. Sketching Guantanamo. Court sketches from the military tribunals 2006 to 2013. So if you're interested in that period of history, that might be interesting to you. Those are the trial sketches from Guantanamo Bay. This is Gladys Parker, Life in Comics, Passion for Fashion. The Art of J. Anacleto. Dynamite. More epilogue by Udon. Heaven's Hell, The Art of Anthony Jones. Mega Man, The Official Complete Works. More the same Gears of War book we talked about. Path of Exile. Dark Souls. This is a gold foil Dark Souls hardcover. Dark Souls 3 Design Works. Again, big, thick hardcover. Darksiders 3. Marvel Strike Force. The Art of Marvel Strike Force. The Art of Deathloop. The Art of Battlefield 5. All right. A couple more volumes here. Marvel Masterworks Pinups. This is another one edited by Craig Yo, featuring the art of Steve Ditko, Jack Kirby, and more. The Gorillas Almanac 2020. If you're into gorillas, if you're not happy, you're feeling glad you got sunshine. Sorry, that was a bad reference. Bahamut. It's a dragon. Substrata. Jeffrey Jones, the definitive reference. Again, if you look at what Jeffrey Jones did, the reference book on Jeffrey Jones. Basil's Monsters, so you got a lot of the sort of photographic reference of the Universal Monsters. This is George A. Romero. This is his take on Untold Horror. This is the comic book adaptation of the George A. Romero story. Plastic Land. It's Kozik, Plastic Land Kozik. That's Che Guevara. Playboy Trump. This is the it's Harvey Kurtzman, Mad Magazine. This is from before Trump meant what it means now. The Art of Carlos Esquerza. Did it from Yippee to Yuppie, Jerry Rubin, and American Revolutionary. Fantastic illustrated. Comic techniques of Paul Davidson. 45 years of 2000 AD. Berkeley Works. The Art of Berkeley Breath. I think that's how you say his last name. Breathed. Kick-Ass Cuties, The Art of Lisa Patucci. This is Only When Necessary. Charles Schultz and the Art of Peanuts. Only when it's necessary. This is Chip Kidd and Jeff Spears' tribute to Charles Schultz. Kirby, the King of Comics. Stan Lee, Stuff Said. Kirby and Lee, Stuff Said. This kind of explains their relationship and how the stories changed between them, even though one of their stories never changed and the other one kept changing until the day he died. More of the Steve Jackson, Ian Livingstone Dice Men. The Dynamite Art of John Cassaday. So where are my John Cassaday fans at here? Underground Comics, Icons of Underground Comics. Ditko Shrugged. It's Steve Ditko art book. Chocolate Cheesecake. I don't really need to explain that one to you, do I? The Art of Aquaman, the movie. Avengers, Black Panther, War for Wakanda expansion. The Art of the Hidden Kingdom. Arrival. Blade Runner 2049. The Art of Blade Runner 2049. The Art of Half Brick. We have some Paul Pope. The Art of Harvey Kurtz. The Mad Genius of Comics. The EC Artist Part 2. All right. Worlds Beyond Time. Rand Holmes. James Bond, Blood, Sweat, and Bond. Behind the Scenes of Spectre. John Fabry. Pete Von Schali's History of Monsters. Battlestar Galactica Shipyards, the Encyclopedia of the Battlestar Galactica ships. Royal Boiler. Again, this is one of those weird indie Euro books that I love so much. This is Dappled Daydreams, The Art of Camilla de Erico. Star Reach Companion. Video games, this is just a kind of a art collection of video game art, concept art, and what it was based on. The Art of the Good Dinosaur. Mark Rayboy, the Master of Comics. Japanese Video Games and Obscurities. The World of Tomorrow, celebrating 20 years of future fandom. Tony Lundgren's Babylon. The Party by Tony Lundgren. Funny, 25 Years of Laughter from Pixar, from the Pixar Story Room. This is a Disney Pixar art book with stories from the Pixar era. The Robotic Existentialism, the Art of Eric Joyner. Quality Companion, so this is a Quality Comics companion. So if you're reading Quality Comics, you'll need it. Reed Crandall, the illustrator of the comics. He did a lot of this sort of Quality Comics stuff. Pencil and Ink by Frank Cho. That one's kind of not one you see all the time. Pencil and Ink by Frank Cho. Famous Monsters Chronicles 2. The Dark Heart of Cinema Frightest Guide to Vampire Movies. Guys, if you want to claim one, just shout it out. I'm going to keep moving. Remember, they're all $15 until I tell you otherwise in a minute. The New York Drawings of Adrian Tomine. All right, where are my BTS girlies at? Do we have any of those? Do we have BTS dudes? If you're into the K-pop and you're into BTS, BTS. Groovy, When Flower Power Boomed in Pop Culture by Mark Voger. Out of Line, The Art of Jules Pfeiffer. If you know who Jules Pfeiffer is, you'll know why knowing about him is important. But if you don't, you should know about him. So maybe do a quick Google search and get back to me. Sci-fi movies. The Team Up Companion. The Ultimate Guide to Silver and Bronze Age Team-Ups. The 1964 New York Comic-Con, the true story behind the world's first comic convention. How comics works. Dave Gibbons and Tom Pilcher. I think they probably know. Cartoons for Victory. All right. We have Neighborhood Watch. Beast of Burden's Neighborhood Watch. This is volume, I think, 3. It's Evan Dorkin, Jill Thompson, Sarah Dyer. Beast of Burden Occupied Territory. Again, Evan Dorkin and Benjamin Dewey. And Beast of Burden, Wise Dogs and Eldritch Men. Again, Evan Dorkin stuff. The George Harriman Library, Crazy and Ignatz, 1925, 1927, 1919 to 1921, 1916 to 1918. Like, and then this is Crazy and Ignatz, 1922 to 1924. Kaiju Max oversized hardcover, $15. Like, I'm going to pause for just a second while y'all think about Kaiju Max. Okay, I'm going to go slow over these books. I'm not going to call them all out. If you see something, just kind of drive me back. I'll bring out some big, interesting ones. You've got Dave McKean's Raptor and Dave McKean's Black Dog here. The Dark Horse Dave McKean stuff. We also have Black Widow's Secrets of the Super Spy from DK if you have kids who are interested in Black Widow. Just going to be quiet here and go slow over these. Battleborn. Church and State by Dave Sim. So this is a Cerebus book, Cerebus book 3. Someone does need to get that Kaiju Max. Forrest, you're right. Arcane Forces by Justin Norman, Michael Moorcock's Elric. Guys, this book is huge. I'm not even sure how I would ship these if you bought them. Tops, the complete collection of Charles Buros' visionary 1949 comic book series. Cramped. Snowpiercer. Like I said, if you guys see something, just drive me back to it. I'm just going to kind of go slow because there's too many books here to name. Hardcover, A Walk Through Hell. Garth Ennis' A Walk Through Hell. This is a great one. Sax Roberts Dope. It's a kind of an old school book about drugs. And, you know, what people believed about them in the old days. Cerebus Book 2, High Society. Ooh, I didn't see this one when I was here the other day. Matt Kint's Black Badge. See, this is why you got to tell me you want stuff. Otherwise, I'm claiming it for myself. Okay, so we have... Yeah, absolutely. K-pop. There's killer stuff. We have the Clash of Kings, George R. R. Martin, Clash of Kings. TKO presents Tales of Terror. Michael Jackson in comics. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr by our friend Ram V. More The Art of the Good Dinosaur, Battle Pug, Mandrake. Bunch of the Meta Bear in there. Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips, Incognito, right there. $10 for that one. All right. The Walking Dead pop-up book. I don't know what that is, but it's The Walking Dead, man. All right. Here we go. This might be some stuff that y'all are into. Here we have The Family Circus, the newspaper strips, 1960 and 61. This is, what was it, Sky Masterson? Sky Masters, The Space Force. Underneath that. Red Berry, The Undercover Man. Your ship is still here. You might know this one because it's also Will Gould who created Dick Tracy. Roy Crane, Hurricane Isle. Steve Canyon by Milton Caniff. And then we have Steve Canyon. This is Horizons Unlimited. So this is volume 1947-48. This is A Summer Wind, which is 1969-1970. Flash Gordon, where's Ship at? Ship. Flash Gordon. Dailies, Danbury, Volume 1, City of Ice. And Flash Gordon, Dailies, Austin Briggs, Radium Mines of Electra. Let me know, Ship. Those are $10 each, or $15 each. I'm sorry. Little Orphan Annie, Last Port of Call. And Little Orphan Annie and the Blind Shall Lead Them. The Phantom. If you guys have been enjoying the new Flash Gordon stuff, we have the newspaper dailies of the Phantoms. Pogo. we're just gonna keep moving slowly.
Yes. Goober. He was here 3 times on Saturday. And each time I walked up with a big handful. And I was shocked every time.
The Walking Dead magazine companion?
Whatever it was, but he was literally walking out with 8 to 10 books.
All right. Thomas Annie were a comic strip. Those are the hardcover collections of the original newspaper comic strips.
Today is the last day for sure. And then after today, we're going to pack it all.
So we have Marvel Studios, guys. We have the hardcover companions to the shows. Loki, Eternals, and WandaVision.
The big Gaylords over there, the giant boxes on the skin. Yeah. Start filling them.
Again, if you guys see something, just tell me to go back to it or yell it out and I'll find it.
To me, it's like no outlet for now. So, like I said, 2-3 months from now, we're going to do a gaming board games, RPG games, Dungeons and Dragons, Warhammer.
Sky Masters. Okay. Joe Sacco's Palestine. Noah. This is Darren Aronofsky's Noah. The Great Treasury of Christmas Comic Book Stories. Nukem, the Cold War comics, celebrating the end of the world. Lucky Luke. Comics Admin by Steve Brower. This is a lot of this stuff about how product placement happened in early comics. Ink and Anguish. Excuse me. All right, we have RUPP'S, just married again, we have some of these Fantagraphics Euro books that are comic strips. Wilka. Jack Kirby, The Epic Life of the King of Comics. This is the comic book biography of Jack Kirby. Alice in Comic Land by Craig Yo. This is Charles Schultz, Alex Tolt, Harvey Kurtzman, Walt Kelly, Dan DiCarlo, all these guys doing their take on Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, everything is $15 plus shipping. Incal. This is Tales of Equestria, the storytelling game. These are RPGs set in the My Little Pony universe. Weird Love. So this is Jailbird's Romance. This is The Way I Like It. This is I Joined a Teenage Sex Club. This is You Know You Want It. And this is Unlucky in Love. Jack Cole's Deadly Horror. The Complete Voodoo Volume 2. Haunted Horror. Doris Danger, Giant Monsters Run Amok. Some of these are classic horror books, guys. Bob Powell's Terror. Frankenstein, Snake Tales, Ghosts and Girls. I'm just going to go slow here. All right. Doctor Who, The Widow's Curse. That's a really good Doctor Who story. All right, I'm just going to go slow, guys. Again, yell out if there's something you see. Baby Teeth Year 2.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. And I was like, I think that would be easy for us to set up because it's indoors. And, Hot Wheels cars don't cost much. We can have, they can bring in their favorite one or have one and look at how easy that is. So, that's kind of where we're at with that. Well, I will put these over there. And
James Patterson's Max Ride. All right, coming around. Mickey Mouse, The Man from Alcatraz. Hardcover. Mickey All-Stars. Mickey Mouse, Mickey versus Mickey. These are the Mickey Mouse comic strips, newspaper strips. Mickey Mouse the Tomorrow War, or Mickey Mouse the Tomorrow Wars. Again, more comic strips, newspaper strips, more Mickey Mouse. March of the Zombies. Mickey Mouse House of Seven Haunts. Donald Duck, The Lost Peg Leg 9. Carl Barks. Guys, Carl Barks, man. You need to know about Carl Barks if you don't already. Mickey Mouse, Lost Lands of Long Ago. And Mickey Mouse Outwits the Phantom Blot. Again, these are all big, thick hardcovers of the comic strips. Uncle Scrooge and Donald Duck. Popeye Classics. And Popeye Classics. They're different volumes. This is Moon, Goon, and More. This is $1,000 worth of fun and more. Midnight Nation. Pathfinder, a ton of the Pathfinder volumes here from Dynamite. Pathfinder. Calamity Jane, so good. All right, so then we have some more Frank Cho stuff. We have Liberty Meadows, book 4, book 1, and these are the paper. This one is these are paperbacks. These are hard paperbacks. This is the hardcover of Eden. Collected Topi. We have Alec. The Years Have Pants. Phantom. Can you see the Phantom Blot? Absolutely, Forrest. Let's go back.
What I found is the whole names, I don't carry it.
Forrest wanted to see Mickey Mouse Outwits the Phantom Blot. So again, this is Mickey Mouse comic strips. There you go. You want me to hold on to this for you for a minute, Forrest, or let me know. I'll come back and get it for you. So again, this is Alec. This is the Eddie Campbell Alec. This is The Years Have Pants, the life-sized omnibus. This is Bacchus by Eddie Campbell, volume 2. We have 3 volumes of Love and Rockets. We have issues 43. We have issues 29 through 50 here. This is the middle 3. Plus the From Love and Rockets story about Love and Rockets. And we have Betty Boop. Well, for us, today is the last day the stuff's available. I can grab it for you, and we can meet up because I know you're a local, and you can get it. That way you don't have to pay shipping. Anybody who's local to me will do that. K-Pop, I know you're in here, and I know I'm going to see you in a couple of weeks, so we can work that out. Just let me know. I'm going to put this in the pile of stuff, and then we're going to switch over and do the $10 books really fast. Is there anything anybody wants me to go back to? Anything you're kind of looking for? Just going to, real quick, make a pass over here. For anybody who may have joined us, no, we still have the hardcover Transformers, hardcover Coda, hardcover 7 to Eternity, the complete Gail Simone Red Sonja, Peach Momoko's Demon Days. I went over all of this stuff before the show, or very early on in the show, so if you're just joining us here at the end. I didn't see him, Forrest. So, we're gonna switch over, guys. These books are going to be 10. So
I just wondered if they're.
yep, you can get the Phantom dailies and the Dick Tracy dailies, Mr. Nope. We're gonna walk over there right now and grab them while I'm thinking about them. No problem, guys. If you okay, so the Phantom dailies, Mr. Nope, we have 1962 to 64, 69 to 71, and 74 to 75. Do you want them all, or are there just certain years you want? Yeah, no, people have been picking through text and Facebook messages all day for us. I will check with Chris. Right now, I'm waiting for Mr. Nope to tell me which of these he wants. Volume 18, Volume 22, or Volume 25. Cool. Let's see. I think this one's maybe a little nicer looking. And just know on Volume 25, Mr. Nope, there's a little bit of a on the spine, but for $15, you can't beat it. Oh man, those are heavy. Mr. Nope, do you need the Flash Gordons as well? Flash Gordon dailies 1951 to 53 and 1940 to 42. Let me know. And I'll grab you the Dick Tracy's on my way back to my pile. And the Dick Tracy dailies and Sundays for Mr. Nope. Cool. All right. No problem, Mr. Nope. All right, guys, we're going to switch over and do the $10 books now. Again, really fast. Thank you to JD for sitting in the background and helping me out here. I'm doing this sort of on the fly with very little plan, so JD helping me. Super helpful. All right, guys, I'm just going to go slow and point out anything I think that's interesting or important. Radium Girls. That won some awards. Frank Miller and Simon Bisley, Bad Boy from Dynamite. Jeff Johns, Olympus.
And thank you for helping with their Transformers. I was just so excited when they sent it over, and I was like,
Meet the Marvel Superheroes. If you have a young person in your life, what was the Biz book? You talking about this Biz book? Bad Boy? Frank Miller and Simon Bisley?
Oh no, I just texted to the staff. Doesn't matter what time of day. I tell them it's like you don't have to answer it right now, but I just
Yep. $10 on this.
so that I don't have to, because I'll forget in 5 minutes.
$10 on this K-pop, and you can get me at Monroe if that helps you.
Thank you.
All right. So again, if you have a young person who's maybe just getting into the Marvel superheroes, meet the Marvel superheroes. Cool. Crazy Hair, Neil Gaiman, Dave McKean.
Here, you're just a shadow. You're just an outline because I got the sun behind you. Yeah.
All right, guys, we're just going to keep moving slowly. If you see something, yell. Again, I'll try and point out stuff I think is interesting or important. James Bond, Ian Fleming, Omnibus 003. Norman, the teacher's pet, which is fun. Well, fun if you're into a certain kind of weird. Facts from Sarajevo was interesting. It's Joe Kubert. It's about the Bosnian War. Right here. Billie Holiday. Furry Freak Brothers, Idiots Abroad. You're good, K-pop. We'll see you later. All right, guys, we're almost done. This is all the $10 stuff. So if you see something, just yell. I'm gonna go slowly, but I'm just gonna kind of keep moving here. This Jaybird was super fun. Again, super weird, but fun. Thought maybe I'd found a nicer copy for you there, K-pop. We'll see if I come across another one. Hey, there they are. There you go. We're gonna grab you that one. All right. Snowpiercer. Jaime Hernandez, sorry. All right. Coming around. Trish Trash, Roller Girl of Mars from Super Genius. This is super fun if you're into roller derby. Bad Machinery stuff. Ton of Battle Pug. Okay. Farlane the Goblin. Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. Michael Recycles meets the Space Cat, or meets Borat the Space Cat. Some Walking Dead individual hardcovers. I'm trying not to cast a shadow, so. All right, The Fifth Beatle, the Brian Epstein story. Young Francis. Jeff Johns' Olympus again. We have some all ages books up here. Nobody Likes a Goblin. Little Sid, the Tiny Prince, who became. Sorry. Oh, the Tiny Prince who became Buddha. Carbonara. What if humans were listed in the stock exchange? Maybe not for kids. The Smurfs. Robin, an origin story. Chloe and the Cloud. I love this book. I used to sell this book like crazy. Call to Cthulhu. Right here. All right, guys. If you see something, say something. Again, I'm just going to kind of go slowly here. Calvin and Hobbes. Lulu is a rhinoceros. It's the Target exclusive. That seems to be about a pug. Red Sonja, the Ballad of the Red Goddess. This is, again, $10. Wander Rising Sun. Doctor Who, The Complete History. El Nino. The Highest House. Doctor Who, Hunters of the Burning Stone. Run the Dungeon. The Heart of the Beast, A Love Story by Dean Motter. Is This How You See Me, which is upside down on the table, but it's right side up when you read it. The Fifth Beatle, the Brian Epstein story. This was nominated, and I don't remember if it won a bunch of Eisner Awards, but it was nominated for a bunch of Eisner Awards. Castle in the Stars. Stone Fruit. All right. Again, we talked about this, Sarah by Garth Ennis and Steve Epting. We saw the hardcover back there. This is the paperback version. Stephen King and Owen King with Allison Sampson, our friend Allison Sampson. This is Sleeping Beauties, a graphic novel, part 2. In part 1, I don't know if they made it to part 2 or not, but Jen King is featured in this book, as is our friend Hannah. So they're in this book as well. Get a Life, Susceptible, Snowpiercer, Wonder Momo, Lantern City, You Serve, Wallach, The Great Journal, Roscoe, Marvel Season, Julio's Day, The Stringer, some more Doctor Who, The Age of Chaos, Star Trek, Doctor Who Annual 2015, The Realist. This book looks interesting. I haven't read it. I did pick up a copy for myself. It is an Eisner winner. But it's about toxic masculinity and manhood. Displaced Persons, Starbright Looking Glass, All Four Blues, Assassin's Creed, Bloodstone. All right, guys, we're down to our last few boxes, so this is your last chance. If you see anything, say something. I don't remember if Ship was looking for Lantern City or not. Did I just pass Lantern City? Okay, I'll grab one. And if he doesn't want it, no big deal. Since I don't think he's here anymore, he had to go back to work. Prince of Cats. Cool. The Sprite and the Gardener is a really beautiful kind of all ages book. Angry Birds, the Big Red Doodle Book. Lennon, the New York Years is the John Lennon graphic novel. Sim, every show is different. I'm at a kind of special warehouse sale, so I can't do bundles because I'm already offering huge big hardcovers for $15 or $10. So I can't offer bundle deals. Other shows may, but not this particular special pop-up show. Sorry, man. But again, the books we're looking at right now are $10. It doesn't matter what they are. And then shipping will be based on weight because some of these books weigh a ton.
What I'm looking at right now is a lot of your
Other stuff is $15. The big hardcovers from the beginning of the show. Those are 15. Right now we're looking at $10 books. All right. So, guys, we've gone through everything now. Is there anything somebody needs me to go back to? You guys who are joining us late, do you need me to circle back and show you some of the stuff from the beginning? Just let me know real fast in the next 30 seconds. I will be invoicing in a day or so the show. Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog, the Overstreet Comics Price Guide 2020-2021. Those are $10 each as well. Again, I'll let you know. I'll be invoicing in the next few days, next day or so. And we'll get those out. Again, I'll just kind of walk slowly by the stuff we showed early on in the day. I'm not located Marcus, I can't because that's not a thing that's here. However, if you hold on one second, Marcus, I'll show you what is here that might be of interest to a fan of Karma. Let me go back and look just a second. Mr. Nope. But Marcus, this is Sunstone. Volume 2. This is Stefan Cedric. $15 on that deal. If you're into that, Marcus. So again, just going to kind of give you a little quick walk while I go back up and look for Mr. Nope's book here. Remember, we have Transformers hardcovers, Coda hardcovers, 7 to Eternity, Letter 44, Complete Gail Simone's Red Sonja, all right. Yes, Sim, we're all over the place. Right now, I'm in Ohio at this sale. All right, so we're looking for a Dynamite Shadow book. Marvel's Deathlock. No, Steve, I don't. Again, this is kind of it's a warehouse sale, so it's kind of what's here is what's here. It's not like there's inventory per se. It's just what's kind of left at the end of this sale. Oh, here we go, the Shadow. So I'm just kind of trying to give you guys an opportunity. I'm going to set my phone down real quick. Shift those books over. Pick the phone back up and show Mr. Nope. The Shadow by Denny O'Neil, Michael Kaluta, The Shadow 1941. That's the title. That would be $10 if you're into it, Mr. Nope. So, all right, guys, I'm going to walk really slowly by the stuff I showed you early on just to give you one last chance here. No problem, Mr. Nope. We have the EC Vault stuff. We have Crossed. Which just got optioned. Sabrina the Occult Edition. Ditko Shorts. Tenacious D. Bowie. Some Judge Dredd stuff. TMNT Color Classics, The Works, Volume 2. Masters of Spanish Comic Books. A lot of Dynamite or Vampirella style art in here. Vampirella Archives Volume 2. Vampirella Archives Volume 13. Vampirella Archives Volume 4. Vampirella Archives Volume 11. Vampirella Archives Volume 12. So where are my Vampy fans at? Okay. I'm going to find you a nice copy here, Mr. Nope. David, there is a 7 to Eternity hardcover. Give me 1 second. I'll take you back there. Okay, guys. Just kind of Avatar, The Last Airbender, Legend of Korra. Do I have a taker on Batman Noir, The Dark Knight Returns hardcover for $15? Let me go show David Moore the 7 to Eternity hardcover. David Moore, 7 to Eternity, deluxe edition hardcover, things like 2 inches thick. $15 if you want it, David. Put this stuff in the pile. Come back down, show you guys. I'm going to make one more pass on this first rack that we did. Show you guys one more time. Then I'll go over and show you the Dynamite art books one last time. Just because I don't want anybody to miss out on something they really want. David Moore, I got you. So again, Batman Noir, Dark Knight Returns. $15 hardcover. Steve, that's a good question. Chris, do you know off the top of your head, shipping to Toronto, is it remarkably more than shipping to Detroit?
Okay, let me ask this question. Are they going to Fan Expo Toronto this weekend?
Steve, are you going to Fan Expo Toronto? Chris may be able to deliver. We're going to talk to him in just a second, guys. This is going to be something we're going to be doing a lot more.
As long as it's not questionable.
7 to Eternity.
Okay, that should be fine.
Yeah. And it's Steve's an OG. He's been around forever.
Okay.
All right.
If you're going to be at Fan Expo Toronto, you can find me at my booth and I can bring it.
I'm gonna. If somebody decides they want this Return to the Earth That Was deluxe edition, I will sell it to them. But otherwise, I'm buying it for me. And Batman Noir, because I can't let this just go unpunished. Yeah, I don't know either. All right. So, Lady Killer by Joelle Jones, Gideon Falls. I still think this might be the steal of the day. Walt Kelly's Fairy Tales. Again, they're illustrated classic fairy tales, gilded pages, gilded book. Wolverine Black, White, and Blood, oversized hardcovers. Death or Glory. Adventure Man by Matt Fraction and the Dodsons, volumes 1 and 2. Harrow County, volume 1 by Cullen Bunn. The World of Black Hammer by Jeff Lemire. Atlas at War, Superman. The Batman's. 7 to Eternity, Steve. Okay, so we got 7 to Eternity for David Moore. Steve Vendetta, do you want one? We can get it to Fan Expo Toronto, or we can work out shipping. I can't imagine, because it's only coming from Northwest Ohio, that it would be right, but that it would be, you know, marginally more than normal. Yeah. Well, Steve, are you going to Fan Expo Toronto? Because he'll just bring it, and I think that would usurp the shipping. Because he'll just put it in his booth for you. We have Walking Dead Compendiums 2 and 3. Right, he'll just put it in the car and drive it up tomorrow. Probably not going. Tell you what, Steve, I will work that out and I will get with you. I'm just going to grab one because I can't, for that price, I can't not. And if you want it, once we figure out the shipping, great. If not, I'll keep it. We'll make that work out, right? They do charge kind of a lot for admission. All right, I'm going to go over and show you guys the Dynamite art books one last time. And then we're going to call it. I told JD this wouldn't take an hour. And of course, it took significantly longer because I like to talk. So remember, we have these American Comic Book Chronicles. Guys, these are like encyclopedias of what happened during those years. Really interesting. The Photojournal Guide to Marvel Comics. Again, this is just every Marvel comic alphabetically with like a rundown at the end of each title. Don Heck. If you own a DeLorean time machine and you need a user manual, there you go. Slide. The Art of Luis Garcia, Dynamite Comics. I don't, that's a weird compliment, Steve. The Art of Vampirella. I got you one, Chip. This is The Art of Vampirella. Again, these are $15. The Art of Vampirella, The Warren Years. And The Art of Vampirella, The Dynamite Years. Then we also have The Art of Painted Comics. The Art of Deja Thoris. There is some Neil Gaiman stuff, Ship, but it's all just kind of mixed in and hard to find. But there is one thing I wanted to check with you on, which is these guys. That is the complete series, Lorena. So Ship, this is Flash Gordon, Dailies 1951 to 53, and Dailies 1940 to 42. I know you said you were looking for Flash Gordon's there, Ship. You want them both? You got them both. Ship, do you want the Phantom? This is 1962 to 64, the Phantom. Yeah, you're good. And Mr. Nope, I will go back over and show you the last Airbender in just a second. Ship, let me know on the Phantom. All right. Let me set these books down for Ship, Mr. Nope, and I'll take you back over there to him. Just because those books weigh a ton. All right. If I had to choose between 7 to Eternity and Black Science, which would I choose? That is a ridiculously hard question. I like Matteo Scalera's art better, I think, but that 7 to Eternity is maybe a stronger story. TJ James, no Graham Nolan Phantoms, just the original strips. So I think 7 to Eternity is the better story. No Swamp Thing. Ship. 7 to Eternity is probably the better story, but I like the art of Matteo Scalera better. 7 to Eternity. Ah! All right. Real quick, okay. I need to do this. I'm gonna go back to the back pile. Well, that's true, Steve. Luckily, this is just Black Science Volume 3. It's not the whole story, so it's still in the middle where it's awesome. I'm going to keep showing this until somebody jumps on these 2 and 5, the Transformers collections. Okay. Nope, no League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. So, Mr. Nope. Avatar: The Last Airbender in balance. Avatar: The Last Airbender North and South. Avatar: The Last Airbender Smoke and Shadow. Avatar: The Last Airbender Lost Adventures and Team Avatar Tales. Legend of Korra Return of the Empire, or Ruins of the Empire, and Turf Wars. Okay. Mr. Nope, let me know. Okay. Hey, Chris.
Yo.
Can you guys hear Chris if he talks?
Can you hear?
Kyle, you muted yourself.
My AirPod died. So, Chris, tell them what we're doing next time.
So, guys, first off, we're doing this next year. We'll do the same thing again, but it's going to take us that long to rebuild all this up because as of tonight, everything in this room is sold, and so whatever's left here is going to one guy. He's buying it all. So it'll take us a year to rebuild it all. In 2 to 3 months, we're doing a huge gaming blowout. I've got 8 skids currently and growing of RPG games, board games, supplies, all sorts of stuff that go with that stuff, miniatures, hero clicks, everything. And we're going to do the same thing where it's going to be like $5, $10, $20, $30. We're just going to blow it all out. 2 to 3 months after that, an anime toy statue plush sale. And we're just going to keep this going. And then we'll have a general statue sale where we've got skids of statues that are scratch and dent. That it's like, but instead of a $400 statue, it might be $50.
So I'm going to keep driving out here. It's not that far for me to come.
Not at all.
And, you know, it's not.
I drive farther to go to the movies.
Right. It's true. I mean, he's driven further for a roast beef sandwich with me.
Yeah.
So
I drive to Westlake or where is it? Cuyahoga Falls, or no, not Cuyahoga. Somewhere up Joe's Deli in Cleveland.
right. It's true.
Go there.
You got to go to Mr. Brisket. Anyway, we'll talk about that another time.
The sandwich is this much meat.
We'll talk about Mr. Brisket another time. But so we're going to be back here a bunch for stuff, guys. I've got 3%. So I'm going to hit this last row that TJ James missed. Try and give you guys some last chance on some stuff. And then I'm going to have to plug my phone in.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
Yeah, thanks for doing this, bud. I love this kind of stuff. I love digging through warehouses. So we got Bowie, we got 13 going on 18. We've got this is Tubby, the Cloven, Tenacious D, Old Eries and Creepies.
I'm all set.
The EC Vault stuff, Vault of Horror, Shock and Suspense, Crime Confidential, Ditko's Short, Modern Love Sabrina, Ripple Cross, which just got optioned. Ship says thank you, Chris. Dr. Sleepless, Red Ultramarine, TJ, Modesty Blaze. There's none of that. No. Nocturne, Small World. All right. Guys, I'm just going to kind of go through this. Try to get through everything before my phone dies. So, again, we've got these Vampirella archives, which is a steal on these Vampirella archives. All right. Lady Killer by Joel Jones. Gideon Falls. Adventure Man, volumes 1 and 2. Wolverine Black, White, and Blood. Like, this is relatively recent, y'all. Deadly Class. Like, all 3 volumes of Deadly Class. 1, 2, and 3. Black Hammer, Harrow County, Heart of the Beast. All right. Guys, I'm at 2%. So, I'm going to end this deal. Thank you to JD. Thank you for being here. Thanks to Chris at RUPP'S Comics for hosting us. So, follow them on social media. They were experienced OGs. They were there when we started, when there was 2 of us in the room. Deadly Class Volume 2 for David Moore. You got it, bud. Do you need 1 and 3? So, we want to help. We're always down to support our homies that way. Again, Ship. I didn't see any specifically, but they're all mixed in. So, if there's something specific you're looking for, I can grab it for you. But other than that, I'm going to call it, and we will see everybody. You got 1, you grabbed 3 also. I got you. All right, guys, we will see everybody next time. Tune in like an hour and 15 minutes for Comic Collectibles. And then after that tonight, at 11 o'clock Eastern, Bronze Age Nerd and Bigby McFly will be here with Best Coast Comics. Tomorrow we'll be here with Minute to Skim It, as well as all of our normal stuff. So we will see everybody next time. JD?
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com.